All right, hello everybody. My name is Todd, and I'm gonna walk you guys through how to make a sub bass inside Logic using the ES2 synth, and we are also going to work with the Alchemy synth to show you guys a few different ways to do it. A lot of people use samples to make sub basses, and that's completely fine. I've done that a lot in the past as well, but I do think it's really, really helpful to understand the sound design. So we're gonna look at a few options, and I hope it helps you guys out. So let's start with ES2. Let's go ahead and load up that synthesizer. And right now it's on a factory default patch. I've seen a lot of people in tutorials that will start with the analog saw initial patch. That's fine, but for this, I just want us to understand the synth. So we're going to start with factory default, and we are only going to work with one oscillator. So we are going to turn off oscillator 2 and 3 by selecting these. There's also a blend between these oscillators since we're only working with one. Let's crank it up to 100% in this top corner. Come on. There it is. And we will choose the sine wave. You'll notice there's two sine wave options. This guy here on the bottom, and this one. This one gives you frequency modulation if oscillator 2 was turned on. It's not, so it's not going to matter which one you choose. We also want to pitch it down by -24 semitones, and we already got that nice deep sub bass. Ta-da! We will take it a little bit further, so let's work with this filter. You'll notice this button will turn the filter on and off, and we have a drive on filter 1, which we can do. We can also cut the filter, and we could choose a blend if we chose to use filter 2. There's also some distortion over here, soft and hard, if you'd like to distort the sound. You're welcome to. It's really about your personal taste, what you're trying to do with your song. And then we have our modulation matrix and our envelope section. So let's give it a little bit more substance. And to do that, we are going to modulate the pitch of oscillator 1. So instead of pitch 1, 2, 3, we're only working with oscillator 1. We'll select that. We are not going to modulate it with our mod wheel, so I'm just going to turn that off. And then our source for this modulation will be envelope 1, which is this guy right in here. And we are going to specifically work with the decay on this, and we are going to crank up the amount. So you'll notice 1 and -1. There it is. Gives it that clicky sound as it's modulating the pitch of oscillator 1. We can also change the release with envelope 3. That way when we're off the note, let's show musical typing here. You can also get to that under the window menu in the top. So when we let off the note, it goes a little bit longer. And if you want, you can even adjust the attack. You will notice the cut does a little bit more to the sound because we have the pitch happening. And that is how you make a sub bass in ES2. One final piece I would say is, make sure you look at this section poly and mono. So if you had overlapping notes, it could get a little gross with the sub bass. So you could leave it on poly and take it down to one voice, or you could just change it to mono. Cool. Let's take a look at how we would do something similar with Alchemy. So we are going to add a software track. We will add Alchemy. And it can be, Alchemy's a beast. I love it. It is intimidating if you're not used to sound design. I like the interface much better than ES2. I think it's just easier to read, and it's more complex, which you can get some interesting sound design. So there are 4 oscillators inside here, A, B, C, and D. You can also see them on the global tab. We're just going to select oscillator A, and where it says saw, this is where we choose the waveform ton of stuff that you can choose, which is great. We're going to choose a basic sine wave today for this sub bass. Oh, before we do that, I'm so sorry. We need to just choose a initialize preset. So let's start where it's blank. There we go, and let's pitch it down. Yep. Great, we can turn up the volume. Now we also have some filters, 1, 2, and 3. We will turn on filter 1. Again, it's very low material, so not a whole lot you'll hear changing, and then we can adjust the drive on that filter. There are some other filters that you can choose from, which are nice. We'll leave it with this one for now. And then what else can we do to this? Oh, we want to adjust the release, so let's select volume. We're going to right click on it and add some modulation using the HDSR envelope 1, and it's already selected in this section, so we can just go ahead and adjust the release. So it goes out a little bit more. If we wanted to do the attack, we could. You also have options to adjust your decay and sustain if you'd like to do anything like that. It's nice and visual too. I really like the option here. Okay. And then let's modulate the pitch with this guy. So instead of right clicking on it, we could, but I want to show you an alternate way to do it, and it's just to choose the option in the modulation section. We're not going to choose the same envelope. We're going to create a new one. You'll notice this changes to 2, which we could go and see that other envelope. And one thing we did not do is turn up the depth for envelope 1. And for pitch, we'll do the same thing. And now we just want to adjust it to our liking. Great. That's how we make a sub bass. Couple other things. So you notice we get that overlap of noise. So if we want to change the voices, we can select global. We're on our voices section over here. I'm going to choose oscillator A and just change it to 1. Great. All right, that's how you make a sub bass. There's a lot more to it that we could tweak, but I think that's the general idea that could take you guys pretty far with it. So I hope you learn something. Please, 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 I recommend diving into these synths heavily because they will change your life. And we'll try to make some more videos and answer some common topics that I've heard over the course from talking with people. So enjoy and tune in next time, and hope to see you soon.